Alright, here we are again. And this example, we have a concave spherical mirror. Draw in the optical axis. And the radius this time is 10. And the focus as half the distance is at 5. And the object, which I draw as an arrow, is sitting at 3. Notice the tail of the object is on the optical axis and the head is indicated by the arrowhead. So we're going to follow the 3 rules of ray tracing. Where they intersect, where the reflective parts intersect, is where the image will appear in such a mirror. How the image will appear. So let us begin. I always go in from the top of the arrowhead first. The first rule was to go in horizontal, and when it hits the mirror, it will reflect back through the focus. So this is the reflected part. I'm going to darken it. Alright, that's the reflective part of that light ray. So it went in horizontal, it reflected along this dark arrow through the focus. Now the second rule went from the top of the arrow. This time it's going to go through the focus. But wait a minute, there is no focus in front of this time. Well, the last one, the focus was somewhere in front and we went through it and back horizontally. But this time the focus is behind. So we're going to have to grab it by this little trick. We're going to go, instead of from the head to the focus, we'll go from the focus to the head. So there is a light beam that does that. It's going to hit the focus and go through the head and then to the mirror. That's what we have to do when the focus is behind the object. So we're still connecting the head to the focus, it's just behind it. So some light beam will come through the focus, hit the head of the object, go to the mirror, and the rule says it will reflect horizontally. So mine wasn't so horizontal. Make yours better. And I'm going to darken that just a second. Where'd it go? Come back, come back. Alright, I'm going to darken that part. Alright, so that's the reflective arrow. It helps me see where they're going to intersect when I darken the reflective part. Alright, so when I say reflective part, what does the light beam do after it reaches the mirror? And then the third rule is it goes from the head through the radius and back on the same line. So once again, we're going to use the same trick. The radius is not in front, it's in back, but there is a light beam that will go through the radius, hit the arrow head, hit the mirror, and come back on the same line. It will reflect along the same line that it went in. Alright, so this one, you can see as we look at the lines of reflection, they never meet. They're getting wider apart. So where do they intersect? And you probably have guessed, having seen what you've seen, they reflect behind the mirror. So we're going to extrapolate all these reflected rays backwards. Here's one, and here's one. So I took the dark parts and I reflected them at the same angle. I extrapolated them backwards at the same angle, and you'll see that they do intersect back here. Right there. So that is the top of my image, and the bottom is sitting on the axis of the optical axis. And so look, I always circle the image so I can remember which is the image and which was the actual original object. So the image, you can see how it compares. It's enlarged, you could say magnified. It's enlarged, it's upright. It has not been turned upside down this time. And this one is virtual because we used extrapolated rays to find the image. So there we go. With those, I would like you to try 3 of these, or actually 4 of these. So they're all going to be convex spherical mirrors. So the first one is OYO number 12.1. That can't be right. Oh dear. We are in lesson 12. Did I say 12 when we started this? Did I say 11? Yep, I said 12. All right, so we're in mod 12, and we're going to do OYO 12.1. So you will do this ray tracing. 12.1, 12.2, and then in the back of this mod, find the practice problems and do number 1 and number 2. And they will all follow the same 3-step process, looking for the resulting image, defining it by these 3 types of words. So, good luck with that. If one of you is stronger in this than the other, please help the other weaker person until they become strong. So those 4 will be in class or finished as homework. All right, good luck with that, and keep your lines nice and straight, and I would like to see them. So save the best work for when I get back. Just put it in your notebook for now, and I will show you the answers tomorrow. The first 2 you can find in the back of your book, and I'll show you these answers tomorrow. Good luck till we meet again.